Welcome to 263 Bees. I'm son of one, and I'm doing a hive inspection today on January 28th. It's right around 50 degrees out here today, so I'm try not to get the brood out in the cool for too long. But showing you here that these girls today are dragging in pollen. It's amazing. They're so busy today. But okay, let's go and get this situated here so you can see me framed where I'm looking at the bees. All right, there we go. So as you can see today, that I'm gonna probably put a little bit of feed them a little bit as well, even though they're bringing in pollen. But I need to check to see what kind of brood we got today, and know that they're working their butts off like they usually do. Let me take this looks like chanterberry tree off the top of my hive. All right, got no queen on the top. Let's give them a little bit of smoke. I try not to smoke them heavy as I can, just so that just let them know that I'm serious about what I'm doing. All right, we got some pretty good coverage up here on the top. Let's see if we got any beetles roaming around the top. If there are, they probably got them doggone sealed up, which I would hope they would do. Put this on the ground so when I take the top off, I go and put it back down there. Give them a little bit. Yeah, they don't like that. They don't like that. But what you gotta do? Alright. Looks like we're getting some good old dead girl here. Must have pinched her last time I was in here. Oh, that was a little tight. Maybe I should have pushed him over a little more. Yeah. See a gap on the other side over there. Come on, girls. I ain't doing nothing. Nothing but checking you. You know we go through this. As you guys don't know, I talk to the girls as I'm doing this. Trying to coax them. Let them know that they fine. Alright. So what we got here on the first one, got some honey and some pollen. These different colored pollens we got going here, guys. Got greens and yellows and gold and red. They are just doing a miracle here. They're doing really good. Last time I looked up here, I had a couple frames of brood on the top. So what I did I block you girls? Look at this, man. It's all over the place. I put a couple undrawn frames up top up here to try a new system. I started scorching my frames. It seems to be working pretty good. They don't prophilize it as much, but they have went and pulled this out, new frame. They're pretty white and cold. It's surprising me, as usual. I'm still, I guess technically I'm still in my first year, even though it's coming up on the second spring. I started late last year. It was like May I started. That's why she got her name May. This hive here. Alright, and there we got almost a whole frame of brood. It looks like we got a few potential drones, which is starting to look good. I hope I run across some drones in here today. Got a couple drone brood down there. One getting ready to, looks like getting ready to pop out. Right over here. If you look, I don't know, you probably can't see it, but got a couple drone brood right there. Got someone coming up here. This is looking good for what we with this time of year. I'm actually pleased with these girls. All right, now come on, don't be nasty to me. Don't be nasty. You girls are good. Very good. I'm pleased with you. Don't show any disdain. Alright. We're putting drone brood in the middle here. I have to crack some apparently. Come on. They're bumping me right now. And I got almost 2 full frames right there of brood. Maybe some of them hatched since the last time I was in here, which was a couple of weeks ago. I say a couple of weeks, probably been. It's probably been about 10 days. Another frame I stuck in there that was this wax frame. They seem to have pulled it pretty good. Haven't seen my girl yet. Okay. All pretty white comb. Got a couple drone broods stuck up there in the middle. It looks over this side over here. I think what I'm going to do before long is put some, what they were talking about on one of the shows I go to, talk shows, like Sawmill Charlie and Bob and Lee shows, Kodiak Farms and Walker Bee Ranch. They've been talking about storybooks. And that's my, I think it's going to be my next attempt at a storybook, a couple of storybooks, so that way they can have a place, instead of pulling the drones on this foundation, pull it on the storybooks. And potentially maybe even have some cut comb out of the deal too. The way it's set up, you have a piece of frame foundation in the middle. Both sides are cut out, so that you have both sides. You get a strip of medium down the middle. You have comb on either side that they draw naturally, which will give them the freedom to place drones in a particular spot, so I can keep track of it, which would make life a little easier to try and figure out what's going on. I haven't seen any drones walking yet, but I haven't reached the bottom either. So I'm looking to see if we have some. It's getting on that time of year where we're needed. This girl is pretty prolific. She lays pretty good. So we're looking at storages. Looking pretty good. Once I get back over on this other side, I'm going to take a look and see if I can actually find the queen, because she's been laying up here. A lot of fairly recent brood. And these girls are getting testy. And I guess it's that time of year where they're going to get a little testy at me. Because they're working, they're pulling, getting to where they got something to protect them a little more. But there's always this possibility today too that I may have to take from this hive a frame of honey and put it into Holly Hive, which I'm going to check here in a little while, which is probably going to be a separate video. Because I've not got it to the point where I'm editing videos. I'm just doing raw video footage and submitting it. So we'll see what we got. That girl determined she wants to go and sting me today. At least one of them. These girls are usually pretty good. They don't have that nasty temperament. They've been drawing comb pretty good. Got 3 frames up here. I think I got one in the bottom, maybe. So these girls are a little testy. See if I can see mama. Probably should have went with hood up today. Probably should have went with hood up, but I didn't. They bumping. I don't think they want to lose. Mama's been here. Got fresh eggs. Just don't want to leave these girls out too long. Yep, they got me. Gotta walk off for a minute. I think I'm gonna have to pull my hood up. These girls are wanting to be really tested today. I know most of my videos you guys don't see me with my hood up, but that looks like a consensus for today is that we end up getting our hood back on, get our hood on. Because these girls are not happy with me. I've changed the placement of my mic. Give me a moment here, guys. Girls, they are tested. In most of my videos you've seen me where they're not really bumped me, they've not really done much of anything as far as come towards me that way. There's always a change in the environment. Me, I'm digging in a house. Okay, so maybe we can get ourselves back to what we were doing. This does help a little bit. I just don't like being separated from them like that. They're not happy. They're not happy. Maybe I've been a little too rough on them this morning, I don't know. about 11:30, 12 o'clock our time. So I figured I had enough time to get situated. The last rain was a little tight last time. I'm trying not to get it that way this time. I think I probably have to trim some propolis off. Last spring was a little tough. Alright, so we're going to go down to the bottom box now. That cracked up a little bit. Food on top. There's a brood right there. Me cracking this stuff today. It's gonna be warm for the next week, so I don't think we're going down in the 30s at all. So that's a good 70 pounds of bone matter. All right. What are we going to do? I'm going to have to do something about this back plane here. Start to separate a little bit. I'm going to have to get some screws and fix that up. And yes, Brian, I still use them for Castle Hive. Before these things separate, I gotta do something with that back. Come on, girl. Get out that corner. Got her pulled. Alright. Doors and honey and pollen over here. Must have been some of the, well, I got stung in the cheek because they got the message when they came home that somebody was bothering them with the foragers coming in. Help me out here. Help me help you. I probably still have some of that bee pheromone on my face still. My cheek actually hurts a little bit right now too. We got some honey and pollen stores all up in there. Alright, we're getting into a little bit of brood over here. Third frame in. Trying not to be a bull in a china shop with you. We got a little bit of brood there, about half of it. Oh well. Mama's got it laid up 3/4 of the way across. Yeah. 3/4 of the way across there. There's actually doing some work over here. She's laying it up. All the way over to the hunting stores and the pollen stores on the side. Still don't see mama yet. See a couple drone broods in there, it looks like. Alright, so we've had a hatching. Because this frame here was covered end to end. This next one, Purco frame I'm taking out, was covered end to end with brood. We yet to see a drone yet, though. Even though I see drone brood. Yeah, they've had a big hatching recently. And let's see what Mama's done with them. And she's laid some in there. And she laid some in there. Got some various stages going. That's good. Got various stages almost end to end here on this side. Still don't see Mama. She loves hiding though, and she is marked. She's hard to find now that I got more numbers. Got some red pollen, more red pollen coming in. Probably coming from the trees here in my front yard that are still blooming. They'll end by the time spring really kicks in. They'll end their bloom. But I've also got some in the backyard, some wild blackberry I've been trying to keep in my yard, and they are starting to, they've got a couple blossoms. They haven't fully opened yet. The red maple, she has opened up and started blooming. Some more drone brood. Let's see what we got going here. That's there. Trying to see if I can get a glimpse of Mama, but Mama loves to hide. Mama loves to hide. Even though she's marked, she's a little harder to find. The hive out there is still sort of small. It's running 4 or 5 frames. And I took them out with nuke because they got up to 5 frames. This is an all natural comb here. So they've been manipulated. I got some more drone there. It doesn't look like any are trying to hatch. I was liking to see so. Just so that I know the state of the health here. I would like to see some. Okay, that popped that way. I'm sure we got this one buttoned down pretty good. So was that 4 or 5 frames? Or 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them have brood on it. She's dropped a number of broods so far. Oh no, brood on this. They're hatching. I've actually got some babies coming out. Not fully yet. I'd like to see. I got one girl right here. She's pushing her way out. Let's see what we got. We got varying stages of brood in here. There's Mama got back there yet. Doesn't look like Mama got back yet. She should be coming soon. Coming for a visit. girls here just covering this foundation, pulling it out. I don't think there's much going on it other than them pulling it out, maybe through some storage. And they're packing some pollen around it. So Mama's probably coming over here soon. Yeah, there's a number of stores going into this one right at the moment. Yeah, I've done some shuffling with some of these, trying to get them to pull some more comb, and they seem to be doing it. Not fully pull this out. They're sort of sketchy on this one. Probably didn't put enough wax on it for them. I'm hoping that they'll start doing a little more drawing on that. Rotated some empty frames around. They're starting to pull this stuff. Pretty good with it. Looks like they got a little more going on the outside out there than this one here. Either that or they're grazing and picking the wax off of it, so they're trying to build their own. That possibility. I have seen these little turds do that. Girls, come on. I'm contemplating later on today, being it's January 28th, I'm thinking about maybe doing a live, see if I can get into that process, so that we, hopefully have some people join me that will jump in and help move the conversation along. I'm loving these little girls, even though they got me in my face, my cheek. I just don't react that much to it, really. I mean, it hurts for a while, but yeah, into everybody's life, a little pain will come, but that's part of this. Doing this thing here is that we end up putting ourselves in the way of being stung. So I can't complain. But I've gotten one after all the bumps I got before that. I can't really complain that bad. So for the most part, these girls are really calm and well handled. So we got them together down here. Got food on them down there. And we put them back together. Alright, let's see if we can put it back together here without killing too many girls. I don't want to. Did hear a little crunchy crunch. So I think I got one or two of them. So that's it for these girls. And they're still dragging in the pollen, the red pollen, a bunch of yellow. I almost bet red pollen is coming from the red flowers I have in the front yard. That's about the only place I see that they can get it. So let's keep in mind that we're all out here trying to, well, most of us anyways, are out here trying to increase the bee population, foragers. I have tons of foragers that come into my open feeder. You know, I've got hummingbird moths, I've got carpenter bees, bumblebees. Sometimes I have some hummingbirds themselves, but you know, this is only a portion of what we're looking at, and we need to try to increase this population some, so that we can, you know, the bees aren't the only pollinators in this projection, but they are a domino that's in it. And if we lose one domino or kick one domino over, what's the next one to fall? So remember, while we're doing this too as well, that we need, as we're reaching up to grow bigger and to do better things, that we need to be reaching back to the people that are newbies. You know, I'm still considered probably a newbie, but I'm still trying to reach out to people below me to try to help bring them along, so that we can make this thing grow. If Hive Life is any indication of that this year, that you know, they basically almost have outgrown the venue that they were using for the last 3 years. So there's growing interest. So we need to try to put more videos out, do lives so people can come in and chat with people. Most of the lives that I've been with and on have been varying degrees of competency as far as beekeeping goes, you know, from commercial, sideline, and beginning beekeepers. And I say beginning, but some of them are, you know, like myself, I've only got 2 hives, but I'm projecting this year I'll have a minimum of 4. You know, 'cause I can't really count that I will get a swarm. You know, that's just a give me when it happens. I can't count them until I actually have them and they stay in the box, and they're going pretty good. So out of all this, remember to be good, behave, and be Hive. Love you guys.